Euro Stoxx 50. Sentiment hits bell-ringing extreme. Bull markets usually start when sentiment is extremely bearish, and bear markets usually kick off when most everyone is bullish. The main thing to keep in mind, though, is that sentiment indicators are not short-term timing tools. Just because a given sentiment measure reaches an extreme doesn't mean an investor should invest in a contrarian manner the next day. Extremes can persist longer than observers might anticipate. That said, sentiment indicators can provide a useful backdrop when combined with technical analysis. Consider the investing sentiment in Europe. Back on March 5th, the Financial Times had this headline: "Beware the European optimism trap." Indeed, let's look at a sentiment indicator which was in the extremely optimistic category for the better part of 5 years. This one is related to the Euro Stoxx 50. Here's a chart and commentary from our June global market perspective. The European Commission Economic Sentiment Indicator pushed to bell-ringing extremes at both of the stock market's two major tops in 2000 and 2007. Those extremes were actually exceeded in September 2021 when the indicator pushed to an all-time high of 118. The reading closely coincided with reversals in the Euro Stoxx 50, the Stoxx 600, the DAX, and the CAC 40. Aside from its brief plummet during COVID-19, sentiment has remained pinned at an optimistic extreme for the better part of 5 years. Yes, sentiment extremes can stretch out for a long while, but as you might imagine, they don't last indefinitely. And the European Commission Economic Sentiment Indicator is already shifted to the downside. Another thing to keep in mind is that if an extreme persists for years, then usually the opposite sentiment stays in place for a long while once it's reached. As stated above, besides sentiment indicators, it's worthwhile to keep an eye on a financial market's technicals as well as its Elliott Wave structure. Our June global market perspective shows a compelling trend channel of the Euro Stoxx 50, which has been 15 years in the making. Check it out. Plus, get our analysis of other major global stock indexes, as well as interest rates, cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, forex, crude oil, natural gas, and much more. Follow the link below this video to get started.